Okay, I have started the recording. So, just a recap of last week. You all randomly met each other in Dragonford and slept at this shitty little tavern. You all had the same dream, but none of you were in the dream with each other. And when you woke up, you guys found yourself with these odd cards. One side was blank, and the other side had this really pretty design on it. In your dream, it was said to find the blind one, and that the blind one would lead you to the voice. You guys heard about this camp of people that were on the outside of town, and you had heard that there was a blind man in this group. But you heard that they don't wake up till like sunset, so you did a few things throughout the day, and then you went and you met this group. And they told stories. You asked about the cards, and they said they would give you the information, but they had to tell stories first. And they told you that a Madame Ava would help you. And they asked you to help them cure their lord and help him put his soul to rest. So after that, and after you guys agreed, you guys had wine and you were dancing and having fun. And then you felt heavy. And you found yourselves passing out. And the last thing that you heard was Stanimir, the old man, telling you that he was sorry. Now, when you guys wake up, you find yourselves on a dirt road in the middle of a forest. The forest is thick, the air is damp, and there's a fog behind you that is slowly surrounding you and seeping from the trees. The air smells sour, and it feels like it might rain, but you're not really sure. The mist seems to even come up from the trees and covers almost the sky. What do you guys do when you wake up?
Lana is gonna jump awake and kind of give out this angered yell. And when she stops, she looks around and she says, "See, this is what happens when you're too nice to people."
Huh.
Liliana says to herself, a miscalculation on my behalf. And sort of just looks around.
Sam just stretches, cracks his arm back, cracks his neck, freaking gets up and says, "Well, we're on a road. What say we follow it?"
Lana
Doesn't
snorts.
look like he has a care in the world.
Lana snorts as she gets up and she looks to Liliana and she says, "Might as well follow him. There's nowhere else to go." And she is clutching her warhammer, I believe she has. Yeah. In fighting stance. I do love the warhammer.
Okay. As you guys move down the road, even the road feels damp. Like, it feels like it just rained and it looks kind of wet. Occasionally you might hit a puddle. And then let's see who all has what. Sam and Liliana, you guys notice from the corners of your eyes that The mist seems to be following you and is slowly trying to encroach on you as you're moving down the road.
Now, if we stop, pause, or attempt to reach out towards the mist, does it continue to come towards us, or does it back away? Is it giving us space?
It continues to come towards you.
Ominous.
As you continue to travel down the road, you find yourself in a village. Its tall houses dark as tombstones. Nestled among these solemn little dwellings are a handful of closed shops. Even the tavern is shut tight. But a soft whimpering draws your ear, and there you see a pair of children in the middle of an otherwise lifeless street.
Oh, first of all, Liliana is gonna say, well, fuck that. No, can we walk somewhere away from those children?
They're children. They look to be alone. Where are their parents? And Lana's gonna start walking up to them.
For the love of God, please do not walk towards them.
When you walk up to the children, you see a young girl and a little boy. And the little boy is holding a doll with mismatched button eyes. And the little boy is crying a little harder than the girl. After shushing the small boy, the girl turns to you, and you can see this look of shock on her face, like she wasn't expecting somebody to be here. And she goes, "Can you please help us?" There, and she points down the musty road. There's something in our house.
Lana is going to lean down and say, "Where are your parents in your home?"
We don't know where they went. They said they had to go meet with someone. And you see, as her finger stops, it points to a tall brick row house that has very obviously seen better days. The windows are dark, and it has a gated portico on the ground floor and a rusty gate that's slightly ajar. The houses on either side of this house are abandoned, their windows and doors boarded up.
Well, we can't let the children be alone, and they can't stay out here. We might as well check out this house. Make sure whatever's in there cannot harm these children. And she starts heading towards the house.
Can everybody roll me a perception check, please?
Active or passive?
Active. Perception roll.
Oh! I got a natural 20!
Damn, I got a 19. Almost a natural 20. Yeah, 23 total. I'm rolling on D&D Beyond, is that alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
I really almost hit a nat 20.
You did.
Upset.
We all did. We rolled an 18, right?
But it was like, it landed on the B, but then rolled over to a 14.
Yeah,
You
I hate when that
fuck
happens.
up every other roll for the night, right? When opening perception rolls are crack like that, you fuck up everything else.
You do, it sucks.
Shh!
Um,
Don't jinx it!
all of you seem to notice now. Samuel and Liliana, you both noticed before that the mist seemed to be following you, and it didn't seem to be in a malicious manner. But as the children noticed the mist, and then all of you notice the mist, you see the children bolt through that iron gate. And there is this fear in their movement and in their eyes as they move.
Well, that's not great.
When Lana sees the kids move faster and seem to become more afraid, her grip on her warhammer gets tighter as she picks up the pace to the home. And when they get there, she is going to look around the outside of the house to see if there's anything around it that could possibly attack.
Roll a perception again.
Oh, fuck.
There's nothing there. But the mist seems to be chasing you now. And as it draws closer to each of you, your chest starts to hurt. Breathing in this mist almost feels as if it's closing up your throat.
No, Bree doesn't like this at all, so she's gonna move in towards the house. Are the kids in the house? Can I open the door?
The kids are on the porch. They don't seem comfortable coming into the house.
Lana's gonna look at the kids and then look back at the ones she's traveling with, and she's going to say, I don't know about you, but I feel like the children, you two at least, and she goes and pats the older child, the girl, on the shoulder, and she says, you need to get somewhere that is not where this smog is.
There's this thing in the house, and we don't feel safe coming in, but our baby brother is in there, and we don't know how to get him out.
Lana nods, and she heads in without another word.
Liliana, just quickly pacing, follows Lana.
Pats the kids on the head on the way in the door and heads right in the door.
Okay. As you guys enter the house, ignoring the shiver that crawls up your spine as you escape the mist, there's a chill that hangs in the air. The oaken doors that stand before you are silent and brooding, and you find yourself in an immaculate foyer, decorated with portraits and heraldries. A family of stony aristocrats watch you with disinterest. The plaque on the frame reads, "The Dursts," in dull gold lettering. On the southern wall, you find a shield emblazoned with a coat of arms, a golden windmill on a red field. Mahogany framed doors lead you deeper into the manor.
So, are we entering through here?
Yes.
As they walk through the foyer, Lana is checking out the surroundings. And when she notices the family name, she just hums and haws, and she says, well, at least they're a handsome family, I guess. And she's going to walk into where the staircase is. The room where the staircase is.
God, I hate that noise. Okay. Yeah, on walking into the place, Sam will take his shield off his back and
see.
pop his mace from the loop at the belt, and follow you right on in.
Liliana is just gonna like unsheath both of her blades and sort of look around and sort of just like to herself a bit and follow the two.
You have a token on the map, Eli. I don't know if you can see it. It's all the way on the left side of the screen.
Just like
there you go.
right here.
Room by room?
Lana nods, and she starts to make her way towards the dining room.
What kind of armor is Lana wearing?
Good question. I can't remember. Chainmail.
You mind if I go first then? I'm in plate.
Lana looks at Sam and she shrugs and she gestures for him to go first.
Why, thank you very much.
In the gloom behind the foyer, it's almost breathtaking as the main hall glitters. Its wood-paneled walls are ornately carved with idyllic scenes of frolicking nymphs and satyrs. At one end of the hall, a sweeping red marble staircase climbs to unknown heights, and at the other is a black marble fireplace, cold and unlit. Mounted above the mantel shelf is a longsword, a windmill cameo worked into its hilt. And as you enter the main hall, music floats down the stairs. A harpsichord. It's all right. It starts and it stops. Sections are often repeated, this time with gusto. Whomever is playing the instrument is clearly a novice. And you guys said you're going into the dining room.
We'll start going straight and that way.
A crystal chandelier glitters above the dining room, watching over 8 empty chairs. The chairs are high-backed and cushioned with velvet that matches the silken drapes covering the windows. Like the main hall, the walls are ornately carved with elegant images of deer flitting among ancient trees. The table is set, all silverware polished to a dazzling shine. A painting of an alpine vale is mounted above the unlit fireplace. A tapestry depicting nobles hunting wolves from horseback hangs from the wall. This, you see, is privilege at its finest. The Durst family lives well and lives large.
Okay, investigation, search the room.
Okay.
Lana is going to look around by the windows. Aw, man, see, you went and jinxed me, Jim.
I only tell it how it is. I got a 15.
Let's go. I got a nat 20.
I see that. Very, very nice.
Again?
He did, yeah.
His rolls might be really good tonight, then.
I see that. Very nice.
Let's see if
So,
I can actually do rolls on this thing here.
Lana is investigating the windows. Liliana, what are you investigating? You're just looking around?
Yeah, just everywhere in the iron area, all at once.
Okay. So, Lana, you don't notice a whole lot about the windows. On the inside, they don't look dusty like they did on the outside. They looked grimy and gross on the outside, but now that you're in the house, there's not a speck of dust. Sam, as you're looking around, you are looking at the table and maybe even the tapestry. Maybe you're inspecting the tapestry to see if there's anything behind it. And while you don't find anything, the tapestry feels grimy if you touch it. It doesn't look grimy, but it feels grimy.
Okay.
Liliana, as you're looking around, maybe even walking around the room, you seem to notice something on the wood paneling. You notice twisted faces carved into the tree trunks on this wood paneling. Wolves that lurk in the shadows, ever ready to snap at the unsuspecting doe. The circle of life at its finest.
Spooky.
But no one's finding anything, correct?
There's nothing of real interest in here.
Okay.
Lana,
Next room, then, yes?
Lana, when she's done looking outside the windows, she says, "I've got nothing. Yeah,
Same.
it's clear my end."
All right. Next room. That way. We will be. I'll go out. How the hell do I pay? Yeah, right where they went.
Yep. So now you guys are entering the kitchen. As you enter the kitchen, as gloomy as it might be, somewhat similar to the foyer, it's very tidy in here. The shelves are neatly stocked with dishware. The work table has been wiped clean, a cutting board left behind as the only oversight. The iron pipes of the oven snake out like a willow tree caught in a windstorm, twisting up and into the ceiling. The door to the pantry hangs ajar, and a dumbwaiter sits in the corner, its gate yawning open.
Can I do another investigation check?
Go ahead. You can either do investigation or perception. I'll let you do either one.
I suck at both.
Go.
Oh, I got a
Yeah, I'm
17 that time.
Just to let you know, Sarah, I was trying to go through Roll20 to do rolls. Apparently, my character sheet is not accessible on Roll20.
Do you have the Beyond 20 extension?
Negative.
I would suggest
That would
getting
be
that. But I can,
Okay.
like this week, I can input your character sheet into
No, that's cool.
Roll20 if you want.
I'll get Beyond 20. You just download Beyond 20?
Yeah, it's just an extension for your browser.
Okay, cool. But I'll roll investigation with everybody else per room.
Okay.
So.
Did you roll investigation, Liliana?
I rolled perception.
Or perception? it's not showing up that you rolled.
Oh, I should roll perception instead.
I was gonna say, you got a 17, okay.
I sucked.
Liliana got a 21, no?
Yeah,
That's not
17
bad.
plus 4.
There it is,
Yeah.
okay. I got it, okay. So, Sam, you see nothing out of the ordinary. This just looks like a normal ass kitchen
Yep.
from fucking anywhere.
You need a normal ass bathroom, right?
Yes, this is a normal ass bathroom.
I rolled bad.
You did roll very bad, and I am sorry. Okay. So, what exactly are you doing, Liliana?
I'm starting, like, looking around, seeing if anything would, like, catch my eye at first.
You see in the southwest corner the dumbwaiter. It's a 2-foot wide stone shaft containing a wooden elevator box attached to a simple rope and pulley mechanism that needs to be operated manually. You also notice, as previously stated, that the pantry to the kitchen, the door is ajar, and there seems to be, it almost looks like there's flies coming out of it. Like you can see these little black dots. They'll hover at the door for a moment and then they go back in. A couple will come out and they might even fly right next to you. Lana, you also notice that the door is ajar, and you see the flies as well.
Lana's already going into the pantry to see if she sees anything or smells anything out of the ordinary.
What did you want to say, Liliana?
I was gonna see if I can, like, open up the pantry.
Well, the door's already ajar, so you can just walk
but,
right
like,
in if
go
you want.
in, yeah.
You can walk right on in if you want. The pantry can only fit one person. It's cramped, but it seems to be well stocked. There are casks labeled wheat and ale that sit on the far wall, next to a sack of old potatoes. There are pouches of dried jerky, nuts, and seeds, and an entire shelf is devoted to spices with 3 racks. But you notice that the dursts are out of salt.
Lana looks everything up and down. She nods approvingly. And then she looks to Liliana and she says, I think I might be a little hungry.
Please,
wonder
for
if
the
they
love
have-
of God, do not eat the food.
And eat food.
I'm begging you not to eat it.
Why?
Do you see this, or are you blind?
The what?
All the food's old.
Does the food actually look old and moldy and stuff?
The food appears fresh.
Lana looks at Liliana and a confusion comes around her face and she says, I have no idea what you were talking about. These look like they were just brought back from the market.
How? Okay. Before you eat it, let's find the people here and ask them.
Well, are you saying that you're seeing 2 different things? She's seeing fresh food and you're saying seeing rotten food?
I just don't trust it, you know?
Well, you specifically said the food was old. Are you seeing old food? Or are you basing that off of something else?
I wonder where these flies are coming from.
Does it stink in here?
Did we
Like, does it
smell
smell like
anything?
rotted food?
It just smells a little musty, but that's it. It's almost like, yes, they cleaned it, but maybe it's the old sack of potatoes that smells a little dirty. It smells like dirt.
If you're having some form of intuition about the place, that's completely valid too. You should always trust your intuition.
Lana looks at Sam and then looks to Liliana and says, "Fine, we will do it your way. But if I get bonked on the head again, it is your ass I'm kicking."
Better safe than sorry.
She goes over to the pulley system. She says, "I wonder where this leads up to."
Or down.
And Liliana just is like, Sam, for the love of God, do not climb into the pulley.
Why would I climb into the dumbwaiter?
You seem like the type.
No. You misconstrue bright personality with stupidity.
You seem like the same.
No, they're very different. I am just happy to be alive every minute of being alive. I would like to continue being alive as long as I possibly can, which would preclude stupidity.
The dumbwaiter.
I was gonna say, Lana claps Sam on the shoulder and she says, "That is a good way to look at life. I appreciate that outlook."
That is life.
Oh, I mean,
Life is a struggle. You have to win.
Not most people appreciate life the way that you seem to be.
The dumbwaiter yawns before you. Craning your neck upward, you can see that its narrow stone shaft leads upward to 2 floors. The hinges on the hatches above gleam in the soft light. It works, as long as you do a simple rope and pulley pull of the mechanism. A nest of cables lines the shaft, connecting to a brass bell in the kitchen. The entire thing is too cramped for anything but a child to fit into.
Well, it's not like any of us are children, and I would rather not.
I mean, there's a handy staircase in the main hallway that would probably lead to where the dumbwaiter goes to.
Yeah, Liliana is just gonna go walk out into the main area.
Yeah, we still have, I believe, one more room left in this area to check out before moving upstairs.
What is this?
If there is anything in the house, we don't want to leave it behind us when we walk upstairs.
That's where the dumbwaiter is.
Okay, I was gonna say, is that where the dumbwaiter is? Okay.
As you walk back into the main hall, you can still hear the harpsichord coming from upstairs.
It's nice music, I'll give him that.
In the next room, out from the darkness, looms wolves, their snarls frozen forevermore. A stag's head is mounted above the unlit fireplace. Fine chairs draped in furs face the hearth, with a cask of wine and a pipe rack on the table between them. The goblets dry and empty, and the candelabrum gleaming softly. The wax has melted over, leaving little white islands on the table. There are cabinets that line the walls. In one darkened corner of the room, a chandelier hangs over a cloth-covered table.
The wolves are pictures?
They're taxidermied.
Oh!
Nice wolves.
Lana is going to go up to one, but not so close. She's gonna stick her warhammer out and poke it.
The wolf mount that you poke, as you poke it, it's with just enough force to kind of shake it, but it doesn't move of its own accord.
Lana says, "These people are weird, keeping these types of trophies in this room."
Have you never kept trophies of successful hunts or successful fights?
Not a whole beast.
Fair enough. I suppose with a place this big, you need to fill it with something.
At least it's not people.
There is that.
I was rolling perception to see if I noticed anything else looking maybe off, but I noticed nothing.
You think those puppers are adorable. Those wolves are so cute, and you deep down in your Goliath heart, you wish they were alive so that you could just cuddle with them.
Yeah, I suppose I'll roll my perception as well.
I'm gonna do perception, then investigation.
Well, that was a 23.
I see that. Very nice.
That pleases me.
Yes.
What did you get?
13.
Better than an 8.
So we got a 13 and a 23. Okay. So Liliana, you're looking around, and you go over to the table that has a cloth over it, and you pull the cloth over, and there's this cloud of dust that kind of wafts up in front of you and just kind of smacks into your face, causing you to cough. Other than that, you don't really notice much over here.
Okay. I'm gonna just do investigation real quick.
Okay. Samuel.
21.
And Liliana. You notice when each of you approaches the cabinets, Liliana, the cabinet that you approach, seems to be locked. But
Where in
behind
the
it,
room of the cabin?
there is a cabinet right here, and there is a cabinet right here. Liliana, the cabinet that you're at has an assortment of wine glasses and a small wooden box. Sam, the cabinet that you are at seems to have a special lock to it. And behind the glass are 3 crossbows. One of heavy oak, one of a lighter frame, and the other shaped to fit into a single hand. 3 cases of bolts lean against the frame.
So you said a lock was on the cabinet I'm at?
Yes.
Is it sleight of hand for lockpicking?
Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
Do you have thieves' tools?
Do I? Let's see.
Let me look. You do not.
I have a thieves' tool. So does frickin' Lana. It's a big-ass hammer.
I was gonna say, I don't have actual tools, but
Hold
I have
on.
a hammer.
Hold on.
I mean, it is the quintessential thief's tool.
Hold on.
Smash it open.
I want you, Liliana, to roll me a... let's do a sleight of hand. If you can beat my DC, let's do a sleight of hand.
I wish D&D
16.
would have kept the block-picking skill.
What do you use to unlock the cabinet?
I just take one of my what is it? Short swords. One of my short swords and kind of just like stick it in there.
You
Jam
stick
it up into the lock.
you stick your short sword into the lock on this door, and it's just a normal lock on this cabinet. So just a little bit of tipping and twisting the tip of your sword just a bit pops that door right open.
There's no way.
I mean, you beat it.
You beat the DC.
Oh.
So
Guys,
that's
I opened this. You see that? It was pretty cool.
Okay, I'm delighted.
Lana turns to Liliana and says, "What's in the cabinet that you had to resort to such practices?"
Yeah, and I look into the box.
inside the box. You find 3 vials. There is a vial of red liquid. There is a vial of black liquid. And there is a vial of a cloudy liquid. Milky liquid.
Yum. Liliana looks over to Lana and is just like, yeah, there's like 3 potion thingies here. They're like little flasks with liquids.
These are
Lana's gonna
these are vials. They're not
Vials.
flasks. They are vials.
Vials.
Lana's gonna walk over and inspect these vials to see if she knows what's inside of them.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation or medicine, depending on, or anything else.
I would say investigation.
Damn it! I suck
Yeah,
at
I
that.
know nothing.
I'm also going to look at them.
Okay. Roll an investigation.
Oh my god.
You
Even worse.
know nothing.
Yes, this is certainly liquid.
It is certainly liquid.
Just like the bathroom we were in earlier.
I mean, you can find out if you want to drink it, but none of you
I'd
know.
rather stay alive.
None of you know what these liquids are. As I said, one is red. One is
I'm just okay
black.
with not knowing.
And one is milky. Samuel, since you are a cleric, I will allow you to roll a medicine check.
No, okay. It's got to be better than what I rolled before.
Oh,
Nope,
no,
it is
it's
not.
not. You know absolutely nothing about these vials. At all.
I'm no shit.
Liliana is just gonna pick up the red liquid and sort of just look at it and like open it and just pour a bit onto like pour a bit onto like the floor and just sit next to it.
As you pour...
Lana,
Go ahead.
Lana is going to look at Liliana perplexed and say, "Now is not the time for games, little one."
Well,
It's
now we
not
know
game.
it's not acid.
Therefore, it is probably drinkable.
As...
I mean, even if it is poison, technically poison is drinkable.
Well, yeah, you're right. However, that's not the point.
As you pour this liquid on the floor, you notice that the moment air hits it, it coagulates a little bit. And when it hits the floor, you hear this scratching sound against the floor.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, either something's under us, or that's just a liquid.
Lana is moving away from Liliana and moving towards Sam.
Didn't hear you were worried about stuffing people in dumbwaiters.
She's gonna look at it and then just put the flask into, like, pocket.
Okay.
And she's gonna take the other two vials. She's gonna take the other two vials and just put them away.
Are you
You're gonna
So-
pocket those two?
Are you gonna pocket those two? Now, just a reminder, you all still have all of your armor and your weapons and everything. I just want to remind everyone of this.
Us, we have our packs and stuff too.
You have
Okay.
everything. The
Oh,
Vistani, I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but like Lana, they would have put your armor back on you.
No, I remember you saying that. The
Okay.
last time.
Okay.
all right. Yeah, that was. I actually needed that reminder. I didn't think I had my pack with anything. I thought I only had what I was wearing.
No, you've got everything
no.
with you.
When he asked
Okay.
about the armor, that's my first thought was, oh, that's right, they put my armor back on me.
So Sam, you
Yes.
see the 3 crossbows in your cabinet, but there's a more
Yep.
intricate lock on your cabinet. What are you gonna do?
Well, I have 3 crossbows over here. Anybody use crossbows?
Well, I
I-
use bows.
How do you know if you can use crossbows? Because it says weapons, martial weapons, and simple weapons.
Then yes. Crossbows
so,
are martial weapons.
I was about to say,
Well,
yeah.
heavy crossbows are martial. If you have simple weapons, you can use.
I was gonna say simple
light
weapons
crossbows
would allow for
for the light ones.
for the light ones and like the hand crossbow.
Yep.
So
Lana looks at the hand crossbow and she says, I can use a hand crossbow. One hand
And
for
if
my
we wanna-
hammer, one hand for my crossbow.
Now, then, if we want
I
to
like
open this
those
cabinet up,
odds.
I'm not sure we want to
look-
track the place, given that the children say that their parents live here and there are things in the house. But having extra weapons with us wouldn't hurt.
Liliana is just like, well, okay, we have. Oh, what happened?
I switched the music.
Okay, that scared me.
I did not mean to
but-
frighten you.
She's like,
Yeah.
well, we have these liquids, and I sort of want to test them. So what if
From
we
the
pour
person
them on the?
who says, don't go in the dumbwaiter.
Well, I want to test them on other things. Like if we see something, just pour it on the bolt and shoot it at it, and hopefully it doesn't melt the bolt. It melts them, kind of.
You know, we find out if the other stuff isn't acid. No, I get it.
I like your thoughts.
It's just like a way of testing to see what it is, in my opinion.
So
Well,
who's going to try to unlock this then?
I
if
can.
you want to test out some of your random fluid.
Okay, so I'm going to take the black liquid and pour it a bit onto the lock.
The black liquid that you get, and as you pour it onto the lock, it makes this sizzly sound.
That's a winner.
And as it sizzles, you watch the lock buckle and burst open.
Oh, so we know what the black liquid does now.
It's acid!
But as the lock falls to the floor, this liquid doesn't just eat away at the metal, it turns it into this goo that starts to slowly spread onto the floor.
Oh, that's oops.
His parents aren't going to like this, but if there
If
is
there
something...
really isn't- If we need the weapons for a thing in the house, then I'm not going to be too disappointed at, oops, we broke a lock to help save your lives and your children.
I was talking
Understandable.
more about the damage to the floor, but okay. And Lana's going to step over the goo and grab the crossbow and a bag of bolts or whatever it is that comes with it.
You're gonna grab stuff?
Yes.
Great.
Wait, no. Hey.
No.
Did not.
She's already grabbing stuff.
I don't like the fact that you said it like that.
She's grabbing stuff.
Once you've touched it, it's yours.
Exactly. Once you've touched it, it's yours.
Oh. Is there a way to, like, okay, so are there still other crossbows there?
Yes, there's
Yeah.
still a light crossbow and a heavy crossbow.
Okay. Is there a way to test for, like, magic on it?
I don't have that method at the moment, but
That
Yeah,
sucks.
I don't think I do either. I can hit things.
You might
I
have it.
divine sense. I can detect good and evil.
Okay, can you, like, detect evil on these crossbows, please?
I should have done that on the kids.
Lana just scratches the back of her head and she says, "Children are not evil."
Yes, they are.
Well, actually, no. Children, for the most part, are not evil unless things are pretending to be children, and
Yes.
that can happen. So, detecting good and evil on living things, I don't think the crossbows are evil. I'd be more worried about just magic.
Yeah.
So let's. How often can you detect good and evil with your divine
It
sense?
says, as an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. I can use it 5 times per long rest.
Okay, cool.
So at that, Lana is, as she reaches for the hand crossbow, and Liliana says, "Can you detect whatever?" She sighs and closes her eyes and casts Divine Sense.
Let's see. When you cast Divine Sense, you don't notice anything. There doesn't seem to be anything off about the weapons. But then you hear something growling behind you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Thought so.
And
Lana grabs the hand bow and she turns.
you see that the two wolves that were mounts are now growling and stepping off of the beautiful scene that they were mounted on.
Well, there's the dogs you wished for.
As they snarl, their jaws snap at you.
Ah,
And
I do
Doggy.
not recall.
we are going to roll initiative.
Oh. New message came in.
Yes. Wait. My god, I thought that landed on a 19.
You got a 4.
Oh, initiatives. Shit, I suck at initiative. At least until I get that feed. 11.
It's not as bad as mine.
Hold on.
Dude, do you have a bonus for your initiative? Because I have a -1 for mine.
Oh, +3. I have +3, so I got a nat 1.
I'm not going to have an initiative bonus till I get a feat that'll give me one. I am slow as turd rolling uphill.
You have a 20.
I only hope these dogs roll like absolute shit.
Dogs just like slip on the floor. Like,
I mean, I'd like to be able to get in front of them since that's my job.
What was your initiative? 11.
Yes.
And maybe I should test out the black liquid on these wolves.
Okay,
them into
let me get my
like.
wolves. Let me
your
get
turn.
my wolves.
Good doggy, good doggy.
Oh yes, as you guys are prepping for, death.
Does that mean I get the crossbow for this? Since I
Yes.
grabbed it?
Yes.
Okay, am I able to just put the cloudy liquid on, like, floor to, like, quickly test out
You're more than
what it
welcome
does?
to try.
Word of advice, since we're in initiative, that will be an action for you.
Yes, it will.
Okay. A 0? Loser. Oh, wait.
Never make fun of the DM. Oh my god, what did you do?
I was calling the wolf a loser.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Bad form, my friend, bad form.
Why
Oh.
would you do that?
Because he's a new player and doesn't know any better yet. That's why it's our job to
Exactly.
thank him when it happens.
Exactly.
That's like saying the phrase.
Okay.
Tell me you all don't know what that is. I'm not even going to tell you so that nobody says it, ever.
I know many phrases, Jim.
WTW TCH? You
Yes.
never say that, ever.
Oops.
I was in a game once where a dude did it on purpose, like 3 times in a row, and the rest of the party just ganked him, tied him up, and threw him off a bridge.
My gosh.
So,
Just so that the DM wouldn't fuck us over for it.
Lana, because the wolves haven't attacked, it is your turn first.
When Lana sees the wolves, she is immediately going into battle stance. And since I'm right next to that one, I am going to try to hit that one.
Which one?
The one next to me.
Okay.
This one. Does a 16 hit?
Yes. Are you doing one-handed or two-handed?
I'm doing one-handed because I have my crossbow
Okay, so
in the other
7
hand.
damage. Let me see. Let me see. My stat block is not wanting to load for me. There we go.
That means there's heroes.
No, you lie. Okay,
If you can't find stats for them, they don't exist.
okay. Um, so you hit this wolf, and you hear it yelp as it backs away a little bit from being hit by you. And it starts to kind of shake itself off. And then, so let's go to the next turn, which is this wolf right here. This wolf is going to come around and come around over here. And it is going to go after you, Lana, for hitting what can only be assumed is its packmate. So let's see. So does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay. It has another attack.
Damn.
So
This is why adventurers start on wolves.
does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Rip.
Cool. Okay. So it goes to bite you. Let me get my thing. 2d4. It's only d4s, Mariel. Come on. So
I only have so many hit points.
Yeah, we only have like 10 hit points at first level.
Yeah.
7 plus 2. So 9 damage it hits you for.
Oh. Oh.
Holy shit on a shingle.
Damn. That.
How
Ow.
many hit points you got? If it's only a d4, that means it's a d4 plus 5?
It's 2d4.
Oh, 2d4. Yeah, they can definitely kill us.
Lana, when she gets bit, she screams in pain, and she staggers a bit, and you can see the blood from the wound start to pour out, and she starts almost dry heaving. Oh.
Okay. So let's see. Next one is Sam. What are we doing,
Okay,
bud?
which wolf did the biting?
This
The
wolf.
one further away from me? Okay.
Yes.
Give me half a second. I need to decide what I
You're
want to do with
not
this.
allowed. I'm lying. Take your time.
I am going to, I believe, just... Well, first I'm going to use a bonus action to throw a healing word on Lana.
Okay.
So we will... That's what I've got to do then. Why is that? Go away.
It likes you.
Healing word. Here we are. So I use a slot.
Very
And
nice.
then, so that would be a 6 plus an additional 3 for. Oh wait, do I? I don't have my domain yet at level 1, do I? Hold on, let me double check it.
I do not think you do right now.
Disciple of Life. It is listed on the sheet currently.
Okay, then you do. Yeah, you do. You got your your divine domain at level 1. So
Add an additional 3 to that. So
9.
you're healed.
You're healed. You basically, those hit points that you just lost, you just got back thanks to Sam.
And
she's gonna look over to Sam and nod her thanks to him.
Take a swing at the offending critter.
Be nice to the critter.
You're just trying to kill me.
Be nice to the critter.
Does a 13 hit?
Let me make sure. It just hits.
Excellent. 6 damage.
Ooh.
6 damage.
Oh, just wait till you hear my sweet ass vampire voice.
Oh no.
Is that your turn?
Yes. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. So now, this wolf is going to turn and go after Lana because
Shit.
it got hit by Lana, so it's pissed. And let's see, where's my thing? So, oofda, you better be happy that this roll is bad. So,
I'm always happy when the DM's rolls bad.
it's an 11.
That does not
So
hit.
that does not hit you.
Oh no.
And
They always have a second hit.
I don't think a 14 hits you either.
Nope.
Okay, so that's all that wolf can do. It probably tries to nuzzle against its companion.
Aw, so sweet. However, I need to kill you.
Liliana, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move right next to them. Just gonna boop. Okay, so when it comes to attacking, can I use both of my short swords because I'm wielding both of them?
Using both of them because I believe you only have technically one attack per action. You have one action
What class
per
are you?
whatever. They're a ranger.
She should have 2-weapon fighting as an
Yes.
option there, which means
Yes.
she can, without using the you don't get your plus to it, but you can use your bonus action for an
Yep.
offhand attack.
You can use your
Okay.
bonus action for an offhanded attack. You just don't get the. It would be a +3. You don't get the
Strength
+3
bonus
with
or the
it.
dex bonus, depending on what you're using. Yeah, you don't get the +3.
Okay.
So for the first
is
one,
that
you
what
get
2-weapon fighting means?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've had that this whole time?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Do you not remember fighting how Nora would fight? I would always get my first attack.
No, that
With
was
my
because of the
action.
bonus action.
With my action,
Oh,
I would
man.
get
You have to have,
my
you gotta have
modifier.
2-weapon fighting for it.
Yeah. So, with your first hit, you would get your modifier. And then you would have to use a bonus action to hit again, but you wouldn't get the modifier for the weapon hit with the second try.
Yeah, you can also pick up a feat for that
Yes,
will
you
allow
can.
you to get will allow you to get your
Have the
modifier and give you a +1 AC.
Yep.
For 2-weapon fighting.
God.
So
Yeah, I plan on picking it up for this character so that he can, because he mace and shields, and technically the shield can be an improvised weapon, so that would be his 2-weapon fighting, and it gets a +1 to AC plus the +2 for the shield.
Okay.
I'm so mad.
don't be mad.
So I'm going. So
You'll
I'm
learn
mad
to
at
speak
myself.
hanging out with me for a while.
Okay, so I'm going to attack the one right next to me.
Okay. So this one.
21. Pretty
That
sure
will
that
hit.
does.
That will hit.
Right. 7.
Okay. I want you to
And-
describe. Hold on. I want you to describe what happens when you hit this wolf.
He's saying you killed it. You get to decide how you killed
okay.
it.
So basically, right, I'm about to attack this wolf, and it comes charging at me. So I sort of take my short sword, kind of smirk a little, and just jab it forward, so it like goes into like the top of the wolf's jaw and sticks out through its head.
Okay.
I just take it back out.
As you do this, and the moment your short sword goes through this wolf's head, you feel suddenly it just stiffens right up. And as you look at your sword, you realize it has turned back into the mount that it was when you saw it in the corner.
What?
Does that mean his sword is stuck in the mouth?
He can pull his sword out.
Okay.
I was about to say.
So this
No.
one is dead. Okay, so you just have this one now. I'll move this one out of the way. You just have this
Okay.
one now.
And I still have my bonus attack.
Yes.
So I'm going to... Can I also walk up to that one?
Well, what's the... Let me look. 5 foot reach.
You're really that far away from it, though?
I was gonna say you're within range of it.
Oh, okay. Okay, in that case, so I'm just gonna... Oop.
You will not get your modifier on your weapon attack if you hit.
Okay. So,
That's fine.
17.
17 will hit.
Okay, and I just removed the 3 from what I get?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 2.
Okay. You see that this wolf, when you hit it, it staggers and wobbles. And it's hurt pretty bad. But it tries its hardest to kind of put itself in a defensive stance as it turns and howls at the loss of its partner.
I'm just like, sorry, buddy.
Lana, it is your
It
turn.
happened.
Lana is just going to smash it, Hulk smash with her Warhammer. 13 hits, right?
13 will hit. Oh, very
Ooh,
nice.
12.
I want you to tell me how you do
Lordship.
this.
She is her ego's a little bruised, so you can see the look of anger and determination on her face as she twists her warhammer in her hand and brings it up and slams it down onto the head of the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And as she hears the crunch of what she would perceive to be the skull, she smiles. Okay.
You hear that crunch, and as the wolf kind of slams into the floor, you see it bounce back right up. And you see that once again, just like the other wolf, it is now the mounted beast again.
Fucking statues. Mounted knees. Ugh.
Okay. I want to congratulate you guys on your first fight. Yay!
Yeah. And I got the first.
Level 2 for everybody.
What?
Did you say we're level 2?
Level 2 for everybody.
Yay!
Oh.
Woo woo!
Happiness.
Must fix.
With this, I would like to give us a 10-minute break because I need to use the restroom and I need to let the dog out again.
Certainly.
So get your guys to level 2 and 10-minute bio break. It's 10 o'clock, so that's perfect. Come back at 10:10.
Do I get anything at level 2? Oh, yeah, look at that. Channel Divinity.
Hey, tell everybody good night.
Good night.
Where is the thing that tells you how many spells you're supposed to know and or get per level?
I just go to the spell part of my character sheet after I level up
Okay, so spells.
and go to
Got it.
manage spells.
Manage spells. Okay.
And there's a thing where you can pick the spells that you get. It'll normally tell you, like, right next to, like, cantrips, there's a number, and spells, there's a number.
Okay, there's norm spell.
Where you can add spells.
Oh, I need a new cantrip. Oh, nope, I already have the thing. I already have those. Okay, no, I don't need a new cantrip. I do need to pick another spell. Interesting. 3 of 4. Okay, so those are cantrips.
I have a question about HP.
What's up?
Oh! When we level up, if my dice are supposed to be at 1 or 2d10, I'm supposed to be at 20, right? Because it has me at 13 right now.
Well, you go in and you have to fix your max HP, remember?
Okay. Because
So you would
I'm
go
so-
to edit character, and it takes you to like your page with the race and what your class is, I should say. And that little button.
What little button?
Hold on, because I need to better explain myself. Here. Manage character and levels. Do you see your little manage HP button? Well, it says you haven't hit level 2 yet either. So
Yeah, I
your
haven't done
max,
that yet.
your total max HP right now is 26.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Apply. I got it for you.
Okay.
It's set because my HP was at 11 and now it's just at 18, and I have hit dice for 2d10.
So let's see. Let me do yours too. I can show you guys
Ooh,
later. Your max
fighting
is 22.
style.
Perfect.
There you go.
Also, my fighting style makes it so I have a modifier on my second attack now.
There you go.
You went with the Ranger 2-weapon fighting?
Yeah, 2-weapon.
Smart move.
I
don't know. What should I do?
I do want to say this as a thing that I am going to implement in this game, because my brain sees it as feats should be rewards and not just picked at certain levels. So at like when you guys hit a certain level that I feel you guys should have a reward, you'll not only be able to get your ability scores, but I will tell you, hey, you can grab a feat if you want a feat as well.
Cool.
All right.
Oh, so you're giving us double feats.
I will give you double feats, yes.
Interesting. That means I might actually get feats.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is, like, let's just say when you guys get level 3, when you guys get level 3, I'll say, okay, you don't have to choose between, like at level 4 where it says you can choose between ability score and a feat. I am not going to make you choose that.
That's highly generous.
You are gonna, like, it'll be at my discretion where I'll be like, okay, you guys have done really good here. Grab yourself a feat. If you want a feat. So.
Right.
Oh, I'll like I said, that'll actually get me feats.
I know.
So, are we in like a certain rain?
What do you mean?
Like, for instance, like plains or forest type of stuff.
Right now you're in a house.
Yeah, but would that be classified as anything, or?
It's just a house.
Yeah, a house.
Okay.
When you're talking terrain, you're gonna have to choose forest, mountains,
Yeah.
tundra. Like you're just gonna have to pick one and hope it's valid.
Okay.
Because I can't give you help on that part.
Yeah.
That part is totally up to you.
What kind of elf are you?
I am a Eladrin.
Eladrin. Okay.
Eladrin, yeah.
So you can go. Typical for your race would be forest.
Mm-hmm.
You can change it, like, depending, like, if you wanted to live, say, on plains or grassland, if you grew up in a human settlement, so on and so forth. elves are funny like that, but typically for an Eladrin elf, they would pick your chosen terrain would be forest, because Eladrin are the quintessential forest elves, at least as far as I remember.
Ooh, I get spells. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Just let me know when you guys are ready.
You get Divine Smite now, or you should.
Yes. How do I know spells? Oh, crap. Okay. But I can't prepare them right now, right? I'm confused.
I will let you prepare them.
Cleric and Paladin are weird like that.
What was that?
I said Cleric and Paladin are weird. Although typically if you pop a level in mid-frickin' scenario, you don't just get the extra slots, typically.
Yeah.
But there are cases for like Paladins, Clerics, because their spells come from a god.
Yeah, so
Where,
like with your guys's, I would say your guys's spells are automatically prepared because you are getting your spells from a god or like a purpose, an ideal.
Then they still have to pray for an hour in the morning, or did they do away with that in 5e? Okay, so you basically have to spend an hour in the morning going through prayers. Got it. Okay, cool.
Yep.
This will be fun.
I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. I'm having fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, I'm ready.
Okay.
I am not.
I was gonna say I'm letting your mother pick her stuff really quick.
Yes, because not all of us can just hit things.
I can also shoot things.
That's what
Okay.
you're
We're not
made
done
for,
yet?
though. You're made for going bonky bonk. Bonk and
Just
nab.
go
I mean,
But I
heckin'
also
bonk.
I also have stuff where I can do the spelly spells.
shooty shoot.
Paladins, you're lucky though. Paladins don't really have a lot in that way. Like they
No, they
really
don't.
burn their slots big time. Like your main cannon is going to be Divine Smite, and you're going to do a lot of I burn my spell slots for damage.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm seeing right now I've got Cure Wounds. I've also got Blessing Ceremonies, so like if we need holy water at any given time, I can
I take
go
ceremonies.
and do a ritual and
I would definitely, you and Jim probably should talk to each other. You're more than welcome to have like the same spells, but it's not totally needed.
Yeah, I already have ceremonies, so if you don't want to be the ceremonials, it also depends on what type of paladin you are, because you're
Yeah.
you're a survival paladin, right?
I don't know.
What's your concept or your deity that you fight for?
Again, I haven't really
She hasn't
gotten
decided
that
yet.
far.
Uh-oh.
But you still have
So you're
3
a
spells
paladin
that
of
you can pick
indecision.
too. So
So what you're saying is you're the paladin of indecision. You can't decide whether or not you're going to hit anything?
right now she can't.
Should I smite it or not? Damn it!
Oh no!
Minnie, what the Stop!
Is your cat bothering you?
Yes.
Yeah, when you finally decide what your path is, it'll make it a lot easier to pick your spells.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get healing words, cure wounds, like having extra of those never hurts.
Yeah.
I I think I'm good, yeah.
Okay.
Features and traits.
It's going to be funny for the in-character conversation of who do you pray to.
That'll be funny.
Yeah, but Jim, you said that Sam doesn't really have
His is an ideal.
Yeah, yours is
Yep.
an ideal, whereas hers is, I know for sure that she's definitely worshiping somebody. I just don't know who.
As I told
Gotcha.
you, I would definitely go with some sort of god of justice, and I can give you a whole ass list. You want to know what a cool one would be for her because of a Goliath? A cool one for her would be Freya. Freya is not just a goddess of fertility and whatever the fuck. She is a goddess of war, of destruction, of death, of justice. This is a woman who goes into battle completely butt-ass naked and fucking murder hobos her enemies.
Here's a question for you. You've been going on the survivalist angle as
I
well.
think that's what it was. Yeah.
If you're going on the survivalist angle, you may want to pick out perhaps like a god, like a forest god.
You can do that too.
Like god of the hunt, Artemis, god of the hunt.
Yep,
Like if you're looking at
Artemis.
something like that. And you're not a hunter, you're not a ranger, you're a survivalist. So there's a different aspect to it. It's
Good night.
you can actually pick from a whole different bunch of gods that would fit what you are doing into it.
I will send you a list.
Yeah. Whole slew of pantheons too. Honestly, the pagan pantheon might be your bet.
Pagan pantheon is the best pantheon.
Yeah, depending on what you're wanting to go for.
Me sitting here being a dirty ass Norse pagan.
Right.
I mean, that would explain why you suggest Norse gods all the time.
Well, I suggest Norse gods because I know more about those gods. Like,
Exactly.
A god of light, could be Zeus. Zeus really, like, me as a person, Zeus pisses me off, and I literally just want to, like, fucking whop him in his stupid head.
Well, he's kind of a douche.
I'm gonna turn into a swan and fuck a lady,
I mean, if you were married to Harry, you'd step out too.
Oh,
she's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Not that she doesn't deserve to be, because Zeus is kind of a dick, but the whole Greek pantheon is fucked up.
The whole Greek pantheon is just insane. But then again, you look at, like,
they're all a bunch of Greekwads.
Like, you even look at, like, the Norse pantheon, though. Like, Odin, he was like, you know what? I really don't like that the Norns told me that these 3 people were going to be the end of me. So I'm going to take this wolf, who I know all of these people and things are children of my blood brother, and I'm going to take them and imprison them, and when my blood brother doesn't like it, I'm going to chain him to a stone and hang a snake over his head so the venom drips in his eyes when the bowl gets too full, as his wife holds it to try and protect him. So, I mean...
Well, you gotta think of it this way, freaking the Norse gods were not immortal beings, as in they were couldn't be killed.
Yeah.
So it's like they were ageless. So anything that was a threat to their life, like, you look at any typical supernatural creature that lives forever but can be killed, they're hyper protective against things that can kill them.
Oh, yeah.
So if fate straight up said those 3 things are going to be the end of you, I'd straight up want to whack them too if it meant my life.
Oh, yeah, the Norns were...
That's what's going to kill me? Goodbye.
The Norns basically went, these 3 things are going to be what sets off Ragnarok.
Yeah. I mean...
And basically the first one was, your son is going to die. So...
Well, Thor is kind of a special summer child in his own sense.
It wasn't Thor.
Which one?
Boulder.
Loki? No.
Boulder.
Oh, Balder, right.
Boulder, the most beautiful of all of them.
Yeah, and yeah. Anyway. So
So
it's
I will
however
send you a list of many different pantheons, because there's obviously Norse, Greek, there's Celtic, there's fucking I gotta remember them all now. Fuck.
Celtic ones are pretty good.
Celtic
Are
ones
pretty
are
good
good.
for what
Yeah.
you seem to be already role playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Kernunos, I believe. God of the Forest.
Let me look.
I'm not
I
as
literally have a book.
I'm not as well versed in that stuff, but yeah.
You know what? I long ago when I first started role playing, I used to pretty much exclusively play clerics, so I had to learn my god schemes really well. I haven't played a cleric in like 20 years. Well, oh god, is it 20 years now?
Maybe.
Fuck, I'm old.
Old
Okay.
people moment.
Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. You guys have just had your first major fight and vanquished what are now back to 2 taxidermied wolves. What do
Slayer
we
of
do
stuffed
now?
animals we are.
Yes, what do you do now?
Lana,
Well.
looking at the wolves, she just looks very perplexed and she says, I do not like this house.
You alright, by the way?
I am, thank you. Yeah, your spell definitely did help. I feel much better.
Excellent.
Liliana's over next to like the wolf with the her sword in it, just trying to get it out.
But you get it out. She already said you did.
Yeah. Well, it's just got at a little struggle.
Well, at
Lana,
least now we know that there are things in the house.
Yeah, I mean that magic detection would have really helped.
I did what I could. I mean, and
This
she
is
just
why.
shrugs.
Well, that was evil detection.
This is why we don't touch things that are on display.
Lana crosses her arms over her chest and just like looks down at the elf. And
How tall are you?
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's a Goliath.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
she's huge.
she's at least 7 foot,
Ah,
or at least 6'5". Let's just say that.
6'5".
7'5". I'm
7'5".
7'5".
Foot and 2 inches taller than me.
She quirks an eyebrow and she looks down at the elf and she says, "This is coming from the one who is playing with liquids."
Okay, liquids are different than weapons that trigger dogs to come and attack you. See, my liquids helped unlock things so you can get your pretty crossbow.
Lana rolls her eyes and starts to walk out.
You know I'm right, too.
And she immediately goes for the stairs and goes up and she says, "Well, we might as well find out where that music's coming from."
As you walk out and back into the main hall, again, as you just said, the music is still going. It's very pretty. Okay. And as you go up the stairs, a cold draft sweeps down the marble staircase as it delivers you to a darkened hall. Above the mantelpiece hangs another portrait of the Durst family. Rose and Thorn smile down at you. Their mother, her face darkened with a hint of scorn, cradles a swaddled baby. 2 mahogany doors are intricately carved with dancing youths. Suits of armor flank these doors, clutching spears, their gazes empty beneath the wolf-shaped visors. A third thin door stands to the right of the stairs, which continue climbing upward.
Is there no map for this one?
I'm getting it. You just gotta give me a second.
I'm like, okay, because we're on the side of the road now.
We are outside now. The house disappeared.
Wouldn't put it past this stupid house.
I mean, not wrong, but...
Fucking death house. Ugh.
This is what I imagine is playing. Hold on, let me put it in the chat. Not in general. As we're going up the stairs.
Mm-hmm. That would be perfect, yes.
Not creepy. Not one bit. Nope.
Okay. Shall we go left to start with?
So
If that's where you want to go, sure.
Yeah.
sure, yeah. Liliana's just gonna walk up towards the piano.
Lana, hearing the heartbreaking music, walks in, and as she sees the harp, does it look like it's playing anything, or is it just...
Just 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Who rolled something?
I did. I got a 17 for perception.
I'm gonna investigate the piano.
It's a harpsichord.
Harpsichord, that thingy, yeah.
Oh, is that also playing music? I love the harpsichord.
The harpsichord is what's playing the music.
Oh, I thought it was the harp.
Harpsichord.
Because there's a harp in here, too.
I see the harp, but it's the harpsichord that's playing the music.
Well, now I gotta look for somber harpsichord music.
Solve for my
They're
perception, but
totally different instruments.
Clearly they aren't, as they both have the word harp in it. But yeah, I got 18.
Okay. As you enter the room, a harpsichord looms out from the dark, facing a nearby standing harp. The brass-plated chandelier casts a dull sheen, as if half-heartedly warning you away. A fireplace lies cold, decorated by alabaster figurines of dancers neatly placed on the mantelpiece. Velvet upholstered chairs line the walls for those that would be serenaded with what would no doubt be beautiful music. It's lonely here, and a chill hangs in the air.
Totally different music. So Lana is still gonna go check out the harp.
Yeah. Liliana's inspecting the harpsichord.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the room in general.
When you investigate the harpsichord, it looks like it hasn't been played in a very long time. There is a thick layer of dust on it, and there may even be some little spider webs going from the keys to where one would put the sheet music. And for you,
Erg.
Lana,
Urge to
What?
clean it.
the harp is very similar to the harpsichord. You can tell it hasn't been played in a very long time. And it looks sad, almost heartbroken that it hasn't been touched in so long. What are you doing? You're doing a perception check. Sam, as you're looking around the room, your eyes scan over the fireplace and you see those characters on the mantelpiece. But something seems off about them. As you approach the fireplace and you look up at these figurines, you realize that they're skeletons carved from alabaster. Art makes aesthetics out of all of us, you suppose.
Anything else of note other than the figurines?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Shall we move on then?
Yeah.
What was that?
No, I was just looking to see if Lana would see anything else. But never mind.
I was gonna say, other than the dust and cobwebs and this heavy sadness that you feel in this room, and the little skeleton figurines on the mantelpiece, you don't really see anything else.
Do my perception for this room.
Damn.
That's funny because that die says 12.
I'm just gonna do
Ouch.
perception as well. Ooh.
Yeah, no, like the die actually said 12 and it counted as a 6. That's funny.
I was gonna say, it says here that you got a 2.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it came up with in the log, but the actual physical die stopped on a 12.
That's
Or
weird.
the physical die, the freaking
Yeah,
digital die, stopped on a 12.
Yeah, I got a 15.
okay.
I mean, if the
Man.
computer thinks I should be hosed, I guess I should be hosed.
As you enter the room, you see here is a great place of study. A wealth of knowledge sits on floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, weighty tomes of untold worth, novels, treaties, encyclopedias, poetry, and histories. So vast is this library that a rolling ladder is necessary to reach the high shelves. And exquisite desks face the hearth. Upon the mantelpiece thereof hangs a framed portrait of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. 2 reading chairs flank the fireplace, stuffed and lovely and inviting. Now, Liliana, what exactly are you investigating?
Sort of investigate. How do I do the little ping thing?
You hold
just
down your
hold
left
down.
click.
Oh, so I'm gonna sort of investigate like over here.
Are you looking on the shelves? Are you looking...
Yeah, I'm looking at the books and shelves.
Okay. So let's see. Well, Lana, you see fuck all nothing.
No, I just see lots
yes.
of worn books.
The
You
floor
see
here
lots
seems to
of
be made out of floor.
Beautiful books. I am going to consider that a glitch, Jim.
Nah, no. Just take it
Are
for what
you
it is.
sure?
Yeah, don't
Okay.
consider, like, if the computer does a thing, the computer does a thing.
Okay. So Liliana, when you're looking at the
If it
books,
robs me of a natural 20, then glitch it.
when you're looking at the books, and each of you, this is something that if you approach the bookshelf, you can see these books. Destruction of the Dusk Elves. These are all books that are just sitting on the shelf. Alchemic Secrets Best Left Unknown. Blades of Brass by Walt Whitdorf. Ways of the Wild Folk. And Political Theory in Dismal Days.
I take the alchemic secrets.
The moment you take the book off the shelf, it completely crumbles in your hands.
I guess they are secrets.
Well, I was gonna say, if you all mind waiting or wait, no, actually I don't have that. Never mind, can't do that one. Oh well, never mind. That was me screwing up.
Liliana.
Well, wait, the book crumbled. Is it just all is it just a pile of dust now, or is it
It is a pile
vaguely
of dust.
Can't use mending on it then.
Liliana, one thing you also notice is where you are, you feel a draft.
Can I roll a perception to try to see where the draft's coming from?
Investigation. Because you're investigating where it's coming from.
Right. Fuck.
Ouch. You just know it's cold.
The air seems to be made out of air here.
The air seems to be getting colder. It almost seems like maybe one of the windows is cracked open.
I'm just like, hey guys, it's cold over here, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Can I have everybody else?
Over where?
Can I make
that again?
everybody else make investigation checks if you're gonna try to investigate what Liliana is saying?
Yippers.
I guess we'll see.
Oh. Oh no. Oh.
Now here's alright. Now here's the like. I've got to be looking at this wrong, because that looked like a nat 1 to me, and it came up an 8.
Well, I know who did get a nat 1.
I do as well.
Oh, you found your butthole.
I don't even think I got that far. I found the tip of my nose.
Yes.
Maybe. Possibly.
Oh my god, I just saw it! I turn around and bash my head right into that door frame.
Liliana, as you get farther and farther into this little hall of bookshelves, you realize that you feel a gust of the draft coming from in front of you.
Gonna go towards it.
Okay. What do you do?
So what is... Because I'm like walking towards the cold.
It's It's a bookshelf and there's a window at the end. Are you gonna do anything?
I'm gonna go investigate it. Just gonna
I'm
figure
crossing
out.
my fingers for you. Let's hope you get a good one.
Let's fucking
Yeah!
go.
About
Okay.
time somebody got it.
Boop boop. Okay. So as you get closer to the window, you hear a soft squeal of hinges. And when you turn and you look, this part of the bookshelf starts to swing open.
What the fuck?
And are you gonna open it all the way and go inside?
I'm going to call towards Lana, as she has big hammer.
Lana quirks an eyebrow and walks over.
And she sort of points at the entrance.
Little widow elf scared to go into the womb.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You got bit by a fucking dog.
That's what Lana says as she walks into the room.
You got bit by a fucking dog.
It was a wolf.
Same difference.
As you walk into the room, dusty shelves line the walls of a cramped room packed with tomes decorated only in eldritch runes and ominous symbols. You spot a heavy chest at the end of the hall, squatting as if it harbors some coveted secret, a secret worth dying for, apparently. If the skeleton in rotting leathers is any clue to the insidious danger you've all found yourself in.
See, that's why I had you go first, because that's a dead person. And you have big hammer, I just have these two tiny little swords. Chuckles nervously.
Lana rolls her eyes.
Anyone likes on?
The chest.
And she walks up to the chest. Is it locked?
The chest, with clawed iron feet, stands against the wall with its lid half closed. The skeleton's hand and his head are in the half-closed chest.
Lana pries it all the way open and pushes the skeleton to the side to see if there's anything else in there.
As you push the skeleton aside, you notice that this, whoever it was, triggered a poisoned dart trap. There are 3 darts stuck in the dead adventurer's ribcage and armor. The dart firing mechanism inside the chest very obviously no longer functions. Clutched in the skeleton's hand is a letter bearing an odd seal.
Lana quirks an eyebrow and she takes the letter.
Can you read?
Oh, I don't know. Can I?
I walk over and I'm just like, I look at the letter.
I'm not entirely sure. My intelligence is 11. But I can, I guess, read and write.
I would think you could read and write. I just want to make sure.
I can read and write common.
Okay. The letter reads as follows. My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son? Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dreadlord and master, Strahd von Zarovich.
Has this very confused look on her face, and she says, I do not know of the customs of humans, but this seems a little too much. And she hands it over to Liliana, and she shakes her head, and she turns and walks out.
You're not gonna look around in the chest anymore?
Well, that's that. I pushed.
Aw.
That was the
Aw,
first thing I
little
did.
big
I pushed.
baby. Big baby can't look at everything.
I pushed the skeleton out of the way so I could see what's in there before picking up the letter. But I guess I will.
I must have
continue?
missed that part. So I'll give this to you now. When you look in the chest, you find 3 blank books with black leather covers. 3 spell scrolls which contain bless, protection from poison, and spiritual weapon. The deed to the house, the deed to a windmill, and a signed will.
Ooh, a will. Gimme.
Lana is taking all of that stuff. All the deeds. Deed to a windmill, deed to house, and what?
The signed will. You also have 3 spell scrolls. One is a scroll of bless, one is a scroll of protection from poison, and one is a scroll of spiritual weapon. And then there are also 3 blank books with black leather covers.
Are the scrolls for learning spells or the one-time casting type scroll?
One-time casting type scroll.
Lana wants to read the will.
Okay. As you look at the will, you see that it is signed by a Gustav and Elizabeth Durst, and bequests that the house, the windmill, and all family property go to Rosavalda and Thornbolt Durst in the event of their parents' deaths. As you remove the books and the scrolls and even the deeds in the will from the chest, you watch as they age, but they don't crumble. They remain intact.
Well, if we don't know by now that this house is one giant trap, I don't think we'll ever, realize it at that point. So, yeah, there's a dead body in the corner here. I think those children are not necessarily children, but we are definitely not the first set of adventurers who have been lured into this place.
Well,
So keep guard up.
sucks to be that guy.
It very much does.
And this letter is kind of
In fact, I will actually mutter or Samuel will mutter a quick prayer over the bones.
Lana looks to Sam and she says, I don't know about this being a trap house, but the more I see of it, the less I like it.
Well, not necessarily the house itself being a trap, but the location of a trap. This place is set to do bad things to folks, and we're the next folks in the house. And he says it with a bright smile on his face.
Lana shakes her head and she says, so, do we want to try to leave the house, or do we want to continue perusing?
We might be able to smite something truly evil here, and that is worth doing.
As long as I get to stab things and brag about it, the drunk bastards at the tavern, I'm fine.
I mean, animated wolf puppets. There's obvious magic here, and if it's something that's bad, we might get a story to tell, or we die.
Yeah, preferably the first one.
Exactly.
Lana she goes out into the hall and she wants to see if she can go up the stairs, but I see that there's like this crack.
This
in
right
the
here,
stairs?
is that what you're talking about? That is actually like the separation of like this is coming from downstairs and then you're going
Okay.
upstairs.
So this would be going
Yes.
upstairs.
Is that what you want to do?
We didn't go into this room yet.
Well,
Lana's gonna
let's
go
just make
into
sure we
this room.
clear every room on the way up.
So, you go into the servants' quarters. The room is dusty and undecorated. 2 lumpy, straw-filled mattresses sit on worn-out bed frames from under which footlockers loom. Servants' uniforms hang in an open closet. The dumbwaiter yawns like a tired youth with no knowledge left in his head. The dumbwaiter is here. The closet for the servant quarters is there.
There doesn't seem to be anything in here. I guess, Oh, now you want to work?
There's nothing in here. I'm also going to do investigation.
I will
Lana's
tell
just
you-
checking out the place to see if there's anything worthwhile.
I will
to
tell
look
you
at.
this. You look around. You might even open the footlockers. There's nothing here. You check the dumbwaiter, and even if one of you like sticks your head in there, you see that it still goes up. But you can't tell how far it goes up. But that's about it.
Lana nods and says, to the next level?
Alright.
Yep. Upward and onward.
Okay, and with that, with 6 minutes left to 11, I think this is where we will pause until next week.
Cool.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
We are definitely getting through this a lot faster than we did with,
Well, when nobody's dragging every piece of furniture in the middle of the room, pissing on it and lighting it on fire, it's... things tend to move.